Good morning, good afternoon,
good evening, good night, whenever you're watching this.
And welcome to a new vlog. So this video is going to be a little get ready with us for our next trip, and for our next trip we're going to be gone for an entire month.
Yeah, we are so excited. This is going to be such an exciting trip for us. Like, we're going to multiple bucket list destinations that we've always wanted to go to. We're going to Japan and South Korea, and Shanna and I have literally always wanted to go to Japan together. It has been on the top of our list, like probably for our whole entire relationship.
Yeah, so we're super excited, and we're going for like a month because we feel like if we're going all the way to that side of the world, we should probably try and see something else as well. So we're gonna be gone for a really long time. I think that this is the longest that we've ever been gone in like one sitting, basically.
Yeah, because we usually travel a lot, but we kind of like go away for like 3 weeks and then come back and then go away for like another few weeks and then come back. Like, that's very normal for us. So being gone for like over a month is actually a long time for us. Not to mention we're going to so many different places. Like, even just in Japan, we're going to like 5 different places.
And also, like, the main reason why we're going to Japan is that there is this travel conference that we try and go to every year, and it's in like a different city, different country, like every year. And this year it's in Osaka, so that's like the main reason why we're going to Japan.
When we heard that this conference was going to be in Japan this year, we were like, that is the best excuse to go to the conference that we love going to, but also go to so many other places. And if you see my pants hang drying up there, no, you don't. This is New York. We need to dry our stuff, so.
Yeah, basically next to me is like all of our other clothes drying. And the reason why everything's drying is because we're leaving for this trip next week, but we actually have to pack tomorrow because this weekend we're going to a bachelorette party, and basically when we come back we only have like one day before our flight, so we don't want to be like too rushed and stuff.
Which means that we needed to wash all of our clothes to make sure that we're not wearing things that we want to wear in Japan this week or at the bachelorette party this weekend. That way we're just like ready to go. So part of the getting ready process is having a laundry day, which we just did yesterday.
Yeah, we did yesterday, but I feel like in our videos recently, like when we were vlogging, we showed laundry a few times. I was like, you guys,
you don't need to see us do our laundry.
But anyway, so today, there's just like a few, like, I guess, like, admin-y stuff that I want to do for our trip. Like, you know, I have like a whole like notes document for everything, but just, you know, some of that kind of stuff. And then tomorrow I'm getting my hair cut. And then we're also packing, not only for our trip, but also for their bachelorette party. So that'll be fun because Gabby hates packing.
I hate it. It's the worst. And I love traveling, but I hate packing. I'm so relieved once the packing thing is done.
All right, so I'm gonna go show you some of the things that I already did for our trip.
But long story short, we are so excited for this trip. It is gonna be so exciting. And obviously we're gonna make tons and tons of videos for you all and content about all of it. We just are like ecstatic.
These pants.
I know, I was like, look at my pants just like hanging up there.
Okay, so it's earlier in the morning than the original clip, but I started doing something this morning for our trip, and since this video is all about showing you us preparing for our trip, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. So we literally got an email today that I think on our trip, we probably already said that there is a conference that we're going to, but there's also like a second like mini like conference that we're going to. And I believe, according to this email, that Gabby, Ravi, and I are doing like a little speaking, kind of just like talking about social media, how we use social media, and, you know, why it's good for companies to partner with influencers and things like that. On stage in front of people. Gabby's screaming from the bathroom because public speaking is not her thing. Me and Ravi are fine with it, but Gabby has a panic attack. Okay, so I finished the PowerPoint. Basically, I just like reread the email, and it just said that it really should be one page. So then I just put in some like little bullet points about us, and I already had these graphics luckily of like where we've been featured and like some of the brands we've worked with. Kind of need to update that, but that's for another day because we literally had like 2 minutes to do this. And then the QR code where you can follow us. I wonder if it works on screen. So if you guys don't follow us everywhere.
Yeah, then scan that.
Then scan that. And this is what it looks like, just a little one-pager about Gabby and Shanna. Something that we're doing for this trip that we normally don't do is we are checking a bag. Don't out us. We are usually carry-on only girlies, but for this trip, we're just gonna be gone too long, and we just need too much like other stuff because of the conference, and because it's gonna be fall, we're gonna need like some heavier pieces like sweaters, sweatshirts, jackets, etc. And even though we have done carry-on only for like almost a month before, it was in the summer, so it was like different time of year, different stuff that you pack, things like that. And we also definitely, actually I think the main reason why we're checking a bag is because we definitely want to bring souvenirs home for our friends and family and like for ourselves too. Like Gabby is a huge anime fan. She's like, you were in the anime club in high school, right?
Yes, I
Okay.
ran it.
Gabby ran the anime club in high school. So let's just say that to start. So obviously we're gonna want to bring home all things like that. Also, we just love Japanese and Korean food, so we're gonna try and bring home some of that too. And if we travel carry-on only, we're just not gonna have any space for like any of that stuff, because normally when we travel, if we get a souvenir for like ourselves or for other people, we get like something small, like a magnet or like a Christmas ornament or something like that. But we don't really get like, you know, food or like bigger items and stuff. But normally we just have like our luggage as our carry-on item and then our backpacks as our personal item, and both are stuffed. So now we're gonna have the option to have room in our bigger luggage but also have a carry-on item as well. So this is the new luggage I got. We have never tried it. I ordered it on Amazon because we only had one checked bag before this, because we've only ever really checked one bag, and like normally when we do that, we share it. Even when we went to South Africa earlier this year, we checked one bag and then each had a carry-on and then each had a personal item. So that worked, but Gabby and I get really stressed when we have to share luggage because I'm very neat and organized and Gabby is not.
I'm not. And also, like, sharing for us is hard because then Shanna wants to keep it organized a certain way, and I just can't do it. So it's easier. Like, someone mentioned that we should do it, but like take different sides of the suitcase. So in the future, maybe we'll try that.
Yeah.
Like, that way my side can be as messy as I want and hers can be like neat and organized.
But the
like,
other problem is like we're going to so many places, and this was also the problem in South Africa and Ireland, that like you always have to like repack your bag, and repacking when you share a bag is hard because like, in theory everything should fit how you packed it the first time, but it doesn't always work like that.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
So then like that can create like an argument that's like so unnecessary for us to have at like 6 a.m. switching hotels. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. So
basically,
we're gonna check our own bags
We're
this
gonna check
time
our own
and see
bags.
how it works. Okay, so I'm also gonna show you some of the planning and research that I did. Normally when we book or plan our trips, kind of similar to what Gabby said earlier, like we don't do too much planning. We kind of just do like general stuff like vegan food, obviously, because we never want to like be in a situation where we can't find something to eat, and usually just like photo spots or like cool, like I guess like Instagram-esque worthy spots. So normally that's kind of like all we do, and then we just like kind of figure it out the rest when we get there, because we don't like to have too much of a plan, because then when the plan doesn't work out or whatever, it just gets like more complicated, we feel like. So
and we're spontaneous.
and we're spontaneous. So however, for this trip, because I know that like Japan is it's a very different culture than anywhere else that we've been before, and I know that a lot, like all their trains like operate on time, and there's like a very particular system they use for a lot of different things. So I just wanted to make sure I like had all of that covered. And also people who have been there before have told us that like most people do speak English, but it's not like as widely spoken as it is in like Europe, for example, where like everyone basically speaks English and their native language. So we just want to be like a little bit more prepared. And also there was a few things that we wanted to make sure we booked in advance, like there's like animal cafes that are really popular in Japan, and a lot of our friends said that like you have to book it early because otherwise it's like sold out. And also, you know that Gabby used to be a nail tech. Japan is really well known for like the nail art and like the kind of like nails that they do there. So obviously we wanted to like make sure we booked to get our nails done too while we're there. So that kind of stuff we wanted to do in advance. So we had to like research like which places we want to go to for the cafes and the nail salons and like things like that. So there's just like a lot more research than usual. I know our apartment's a mess right now because now I notice behind me you can see like this pile of like free stuff that we need to either give to friends or whatever, and like Gabby's packing cubes are back there, but whatever, you guys can deal. So typically, yeah, we'll figure that out later. But basically, how I plan, or I guess like write down the stuff that we want to do for our trips, is I just use like the Notes app, because I like that it like transfers the edits from like my phone to my laptop, because a lot of times I'll like do the research on my laptop, but then like when we're actually like traveling, like I have my phone with me. So basically, I just put everything in the Notes app, and then anything that is necessary to like bookmark, we bookmark on Google Maps. So at the beginning of this note, I just have like our, I guess you would call it our itinerary, like, you know, what days we're gonna be where, what hotels we're staying at. There's also gonna be a few different prides happening in Japan while we're there, so we're also gonna be going to those. Okay, so the places that we're going to in Japan are, we're going to Tokyo first, then we're going to Nara, then we're going to Osaka, that's where the convention is, and then it's also Osaka Pride, like, at the end of that week. Then we're going to Fukuoka, and there's also Fukuoka Pride at the end of like that week, I guess. and then we're going to Kyoto, and then we're going to Busan in South Korea, and then we're going to Seoul in South Korea. So we're going to like 7 different cities, which is a lot. And most of them, like I said, we're traveling by train within like Japan, and then we're just flying from Osaka to Busan, and then taking the train from Busan to Seoul. So a lot of different places, a lot to keep organized, a lot to keep track of. And for majority of this trip, like we're gonna be with like other creators. Like there are certain points where it's just Gabby and I ourselves. Like at the beginning in Tokyo, it's just gonna be the 2 of us. But for the travel convention, there's a lot of different creators that go every year. And then after the convention, we're gonna be with Ravi and I think Callum, our friend Callum, for the rest of the trip basically. So I want to be organized, and I'm always like the one that's like in charge and like leading all this stuff because I'm a control freak and I don't trust anyone else. So I just wanted to make sure that I had all the stuff that like we wanted written down. At the top of the note here, basically I just have like all the stuff we want to do before the trip. Obviously the stuff that's checked off is the things that we already did. And I wrote down content ideas, I think, so I can check that off. But basically, all the rest of it is just like stuff that we want to make sure we do before the trip. The Voyage is like this like very fancy event that they have at the convention, and there's like a lookbook of Voyage is kind of like this, I guess like very elegant like fundraiser / like party thing. And normally it doesn't really have a theme, I would say, but this year they do have a theme. They actually send like a little like Pinterest board, which I think is actually really helpful. I wish they would have done this for like the past ones because we've been to this convention like 5 or 6 times now. But this is like the vibe that they're going for. So I'll show you Gabby and Mai's outfits for this after I'm done showing you at the computer because we do have some ideas of like what we're gonna wear for that. But yeah, so I wrote down like to make sure to pack like our Pride stuff and Voyage outfits because normally like we pack so often that we normally don't forget anything. But that kind of stuff that we don't like typically pack all the time, like stuff for Pride or like a fancy outfit, I just like wanted to make sure that we didn't forget that. I actually might even make a packing list today. I was thinking about that just because there's so many different things that we're gonna need to pack and like bring that I don't want to forget. Basically after that on the note is just like the content ideas that I want to make sure that we film. And then this is just like some tips that I think someone random, like one of our friends or something, told us about that I wanted to like look up before like adding to our list. And then this was just stuff that like was on like IGLTA call like about the convention. And this is just like kind of what I do. It's basically just like bullet points of all the things that we want to do and see. So I have like different sections. So for Tokyo, I have like these are the neighborhoods and like things that we want to see. And then I have photo spots like for Instagram. And then specifically for this, I wrote like about like the animal cafes because I know for sure that we want to go do some of those. We did make reservations at some already, but like maybe we'll do more if we can. Then this is like all the like LGBTQ stuff we want to do, like bars, LGBTQ owned things, etc. And then here is like all the vegan spots in Tokyo. And one thing that people told us about Japan is that they were very worried for us about the vegan option. So that kind of stressed us out like a little bit at the beginning, like when we first knew we were going on this trip, because we're like, you know, like I know their culture is like very like meat and fish based, like what if we can't find anything? But we literally found so many amazing vegan spots. I think it's like kind of the culture where like you can't necessarily go into any restaurant and like expect a vegan option, but if you know where to go, there's tons of vegan options. Like we literally found so much vegan food. It's insane. So basically that, how I broke that down to sections for Tokyo, I did that for like every place we're going to on this trip. So there's like 7 different sections like that. And we're definitely gonna need to do laundry at some point on this trip because there's no way we can pack for a month without doing laundry. So I'm assuming at one of the hotels we're staying at, we can do laundry, I guess.
It is literally probably 10 minutes later. Shanna is
10 minutes, it was like 3 minutes later.
Shanna is making a full-on packing list, but there's your packing list. But I added to the note, I hope you can see, a bunch of different words in Japanese because just in case there is a language barrier, it's good to have a few different words that you can use if you need to. It's pretty basic stuff like, yes, no, we're vegan. Is this plant-based? You know, like good morning, good night, thank you, sorry, like can I get the bill? Can we have water? Like things like that are very basic, but can be very useful in a situation when you're traveling and you actually need those things. So I made sure to do that. So anyway, I thought I would show you that part of the planning process. Okay, bye now.
Okay, so I just quickly wrote a little packing list down. Just basically things that like I don't think we're gonna forget majority of these, but I feel like if thinking about it, I probably should just do it and have it. So I just wrote down all the things that we need call outs to things that I have forgotten in the past is like a hair tool. Like sometimes I like pack everything and I forget like my straightener or my curling iron. My contacts, because when we were in Finland, I remembered my contacts, but I have a different prescription in both eyes. So I actually only brought enough contacts for the right eye, not my left eye. So I was stuck wearing the wrong prescription for that trip. Luckily that trip was only like 3 days, so it really was not like a big deal at all. I'm like, obviously I could wear my glasses, but I don't always like wearing my glasses. I'm wearing them today, shockingly, but normally I don't always wear them. Sunglasses, because sometimes we've forgotten those. What?
We forgot pajamas for an entire
Oh my God, I actually didn't even write that on the list. Gabby is saying one time, Gabby was saying like pajamas, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't even write that on the list because we have forgotten that before. When we were in Greece, like 2 years ago, we were gone for like a little over 2 weeks, and we both completely forgot to pack pajamas. Luckily it was the summer, so it was really hot there, so it was not necessary. We like, you know, lived without it. But this trip, pajamas are definitely necessary, and I didn't even write that on the list. So pajamas, yes. How we're packing is like tomorrow, we're gonna try and pack as much as we can, but obviously if we can't fully pack things, like we're gonna need our makeup for the bachelorette party and then also need it for Japan, and we're gonna need our toiletry bag for the bachelorette party and then also need it for Japan. So we are gonna still be packing a little bit on Monday too, but we just wanna get like mainly the clothes done so we know what we can wear for the rest of the week. Because right now I'm wearing an outfit that I know for sure I'm not gonna bring, like underwear, not packing this underwear, not packing these pants, this shirt. That's how we roll here. And also our friend Rob, he just came back from a trip and he borrowed our, like one of our checked like luggages, and he said he's gonna bring it today because we need it to pack tomorrow. So let's see if he remembers to bring it. Rob, if you're watching, you better bring freaking luggage. Good morning.
Good morning. We already have our coffee. Thank God, because I'm not a morning person.
So today our agenda is at 12:30. I have an appointment to get my hair cut because my hair is super long for me. I mean, it's kind of curled right now because I curled it yesterday, so you can't really see, but normally like my hair is like this length, I guess, so I need to chop all that off.
Shanna likes her hair short, and basically it's long for her now, and if we're gonna be away for like over a month, well over a month, then by the time we get back her hair would have been like here and she would have hated it.
But yeah, so we saw the Joker movie last night, and we heard like so many reviews, like read so many things online about like that the movie was not good. Apparently it's got like the worst, like I guess like superhero comic book movie rating ever, but I actually don't think it was that bad.
I don't think it was bad at all. I feel like I see some of the criticism.
Yeah,
like,
I can understand it.
But like as a movie, it was good. Like the cinematography was good. There's some things that like I would change, but I feel like if you've seen the first Joker, no, it's not as good as the first Joker because that's an incredible movie. But like, I mean, I feel like it like pretty much follows from that. Like it's not like horrible in comparison to that. It's just not as good at that.
And the acting is good. It's like it's very like musical.
Also, I feel like it's like a bit artsy. Like it's kind of like a deep take on like the Joker's like sanity, really. So like I feel like if you were missing that plot, you also might not like it, which might be the reason why this got such bad reviews. But like I enjoyed it. It was a good movie and I liked it. I do feel like Madam Web was like in comparison way worse.
Yeah, agree. 100%
like
agree.
Madam Web is a way worse movie than the Joker too. So it's crazy that the scores on that are not exactly
so
accurate.
If you were wondering if you should go see the Joker movie, I say go see it and make your own opinion, basically.
Make your own judgment. Like I thought it was interesting, very deep. It definitely felt like an art school movie though, a little bit.
Okay, so like I said, our plan for the day is I need to go get my hair cut, and then Gabby is gonna run to the grocery store because we need to grab some things we need for the bachelorette party because obviously we're vegan, so we just want to make sure we have like the right supplies in case we can't eat anything. And then obviously then we're going to start packing, and I have our packing list here, and I literally thought of some things today that I need to add to it. So we want to make sure we bring our pride flags because obviously we're going to
that's a good thing. Pride.
Yeah, we're going to Pride's, like I said earlier in the video.
We need like at least
Japan.
one Pride shirt for the trip.
Yeah, and then I also want to make sure we bring an umbrella because I just saw a story of our friends who are already in Japan and it was raining, and that's something we don't normally pack.
Can I bring my rainbow umbrella?
If you want to. I just wrote umbrella for this trip because we're going away for so long and because we do need certain outfits for certain things. I think it's going to take a little bit more time, but you guys are going to come on that journey with us, so have fun with that.
Cheers to that.
Okay, so I'm about to leave to get my haircut. It's 11:50 and my haircut's at 12:30, but it's kind of like a long walk.
It's a walk. It's like not super close to us. So like Shanna can walk there. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go to Whole Foods. I'll show you if I get anything good.
Gabby, get out so we can do my hair transition. Okay, so this is my hair now. Everyone get a good look. Ready? Good look at my hair. Okay, ready? When you see me next, I'm gonna have different hair. And ta-da! New hair, new hair. It's perfect. I love it. It's a perfect length for us to go on our trip and for it to stay like this for a while. Love it. I'm so excited. Okay, Gabby made us lunch. I don't know if you can see the table behind us, but we're gonna go eat some lunch and then we're going to pack.
And I'm back home to our baby. Say hi, Rascal. This is what we do when we come home. I hold him. We walk around. He likes it. But anyway, I secured the goods. I'm gonna show you. So as you all know, one of the things I needed to get were vegan marshmallows. I ran over to Whole Foods to get these dandies. If you have any vegan friends or you're vegan, these are the vegan marshmallows to get. They usually have them at Whole Foods, and I've also seen them at Target before, but this way we can actually do s'mores. And I didn't even have to buy a chocolate bar because our friend gifted us this chocolate bar from, I think, Sweden. So voila, we're gonna have delicious s'mores. I'm very excited and glad that I was able to find it.
Guess what time it is, Gabby?
I think it's packing time. Yay!
So as we said earlier in the video, Gabby hates packing. She gets very stressed. So I'm going to be assisting her.
Shanna's gonna assist me and I'm gonna pack first. That way I can just be done.
And then I'll probably show you more of my packing because I don't get stressed at all.
Yeah. Shanna doesn't get stressed. She can show you her packing. And then I think after that we'll take a little break and then we'll have to pack for the bachelorette party that we're going to, which I don't think we'll show you us packing for that. But
we'll have to show you what it looks like after.
A lot of packing happening today.
Lots of packing happening.
So much.
2 trips. Packing for 2 trips.
It's a lot.
Two.
Even though I will say we're lucky that the bachelorette is before our trip. We didn't have to change anything. The dates all just worked out. But it is kind of crazy going from one trip to like a huge trip like what we're doing. So
okay, so like I said, got this list from earlier. So we're gonna try and go through all of it and get as much as we can do.
I'm just like, why?
That's what Gabby feels like about packing.
That's how packing makes me feel.
What's in your mouth?
A lollipop.
Is it a real lollipop?
It's a honey lollipop.
Okay, so this is Gabby's selections of things she's packing. Hopefully it all fits. I think it should be fine.
I was very annoying, but Shanna helped me anyway.
That's what my wife duties are.
That's what love is. But anyway, I'm getting my luggage now, and I'm going to see how this works. Okay, so we mostly packed my bag, and even though there's some things missing from it, Shanna's gonna weigh it to see what we're working with.
We're gonna weigh it and see. How should I do it? Like this?
We got this on Amazon.
It's 35 pounds. You have 20 more pounds of room.
Thank God. This was so stressful for me, you guys. I'm not used to packing in such a big bag or any of this stuff.
It's literally 35 pounds.
Thank God. Okay, so this is my luggage. That's what it looks like.
Wait till I'm move through, please.
Okay, so this is my luggage. That's what it looks like. I have one side with like shoes and stuff, and the other side has a bunch of packing cubes
and different jackets
and stuff. So I feel like there's still like some stuff, like our beauty stuff has to go in here. Maybe like an umbrella. I don't know, a bunch of other things, but this is basically it, so.
That's pretty good, I think.
Pretty good. We did something.
I think you did good, and I think having 20 pounds of extra room in your checked bag is really good, because that means you could buy a lot more stuff.
Yeah, I could not have done this without Shanna. She was a saint. I was a nightmare, basically. So Shanna is trying things on because she's packing now, and this is her voyage look.
Well, I gotta try a different pair of pants.
She's trying on different things. I think that looks really cute.
Let me go from this
You gotta put the glasses on. Show the whole vibe.
Well, let me try the other pants on.
Okay. I'm not going to film you undressing, so...
Okay.
Oh, that looks cool.
Or that.
Okay, option 2.
This kind of looks like it's like a whole look, actually.
It does look like a whole look. It matches perfectly. This is from an old costume we did a few years ago. So funny. Shanna went and got them at my dad's house.
But I'm also like, do I want to look like I'm in a costume? I don't think so.
Maybe.
You know?
That's up to you.
I'm not sure.
She's deciding. This is her pile so far. We started with pants.
Well,
I have the list.
These are the clothes I was wearing.
Bringing us through the list. Yes, it was. There she goes. Look at her making piles, making stacks.
I am.
Pulling everything methodically out of the closet.
That I think I want to bring. This is definitely not an aesthetic shot.
Shanna wants you to know that we're not this messy, and this is definitely not an aesthetic shot. But packing is not neat until you're packed. Then it's very neat.
So true. Where's my other pants?
So when this is neater and the pile is lower, I will show you an aesthetic shot of us packing.
Okay. That was crazy. I think we started packing at like 3, and Now it's 6 o'clock. So that took 3 hours, but we were packing for 2 trips each. So that's my luggage. It closed. It was like 40-ish pounds. That's all packed. So that's good to go. Gabby's luggage is over here. That's all packed. That's good to go. This is my bag for the bachelorette. Good to go. But for our beauty stuff and our toiletry bag and like some games and stuff, we're gonna put in there. That's Gabby's bag for the bachelorette. And the only thing for me left to do is organize the toiletry bag. And that's because we normally travel Karen only, as you all know, with this really small toiletry bag, which we really like because it's really like slim and sleek, which makes it a lot easier for our toiletries because it fits in our bag really nicely. But since we're checking a bag for this trip, we don't really need to worry so much about the liquids because basically every time we're on an airplane, our bag is going to be checked, so we don't need to like worry too much about our liquids. So I'm going to pack it a little better so that we can use it for the bachelorette and for Japan and Korea without like having to transfer all the toiletry things in and out, because I think that's going to be a little hard. So I'm just going to do that now. When the glasses are on, that means it's time to wind down.
Yeah, it's wind down time.
Wind down time.
Showered. You can see the towels on my head. My hair is so wet.
But we're going to end this video here because I finished like reorganizing the toiletry bag. Everything's all set and we're pretty much packed, ready to go. And now I need to edit this video so that it can go up this weekend while we're on the bachelorette party, and then we're gonna leave for Japan a day after that.
Yeah, we basically packed completely for Japan other than our camera bags, but that's something that we can do like on Monday because we leave on Tuesday. Well, we leave early this week, so I feel like we can pack our camera bags on Monday and then that'll just be done, and then everything's pretty much packed. And obviously we packed for the bachelorette, so
we're good
success.
to go.
But now, I don't know about you, I'm exhausted from all that. It's so much to do all of that at once.
So much. Well, we got it done. The bulk of it is done. And that means that the next time you'll see us, we will be in Japan.
See you in Japan.
So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you soon with another video from Japan.
Bye. From Japan.
Bye.